Hey guys, it is NCS Fan 001 here, welcoming you to another one of those weekly trophy list updates, and it's also going to be a bit of a channel update since it's the start of a new year, we might as well. Anyway, today's date is Monday, January 2nd, 2022. Excuse me, 2023. I'm sure I'm going to be doing that a lot at work this week. Anyway, this will have covered the week of the 26th of December of 2022 through January 1st of 2023. This was a semi-productive week, though I was kind of busy with a lot of streaming over the weekend. As you guys saw, I streamed for 3 straight days, or on 3 straight days, and it was a lot of fun. I was glad to be doing that. Fallout 3, hunting trophies in that game has honestly been a lot of fun. It's some of the most fun I've had trophy hunting in quite a while, so I am really enjoying that. The views are okay for the streams. They're not as great as some series that I've done, but I've been having fun with it, so I don't really have any major complaints, though we are up to that point where we're going to start running into more technical problems while playing, unfortunately. So as for trophies this week, I obtained a total of 4 platinum trophies, and I will also go ahead and talk about Uncharted 3 real quick. I went back to Uncharted 3 for like a day just to sort of see what it was going to be like. And through my testing, I found there were maybe only about 3 more trophies I would have ever been able to get. I think there might be more that you could get if you actually had another active person to play couch co-op with, because I think that some of that stuff would be acceptable or possible to do. Maybe some of the hard difficulty stuff, I don't know about the crushing stuff with just 2 people. But because there's only like maybe 3 more trophies I could have even earned playing alone, and because the game was just kind of annoying me even when I was playing on easy, I guess I'm just way out of practice with it and all, I just sort of decided that it wasn't really worth the time since there's a lot fewer trophies left than I thought I could get. So Uncharted 3 is just going to stay where it currently is. Obviously, it was never going to be finished in the first place, so I don't really see a point in wasting a bunch of time trying to knock out, maybe 2 or 3 more trophies. It'll spend, many hours probably to get them of just grinding and boredom in a multiplayer that really, to me, was never all that fun. So, yeah, Uncharted 3 is off the list, so basically I did hit my goal of finishing it by the end of the year. Maybe not in the way I intended to, but it's done now, so it's off the list, don't have to mention it again, so you can take that off your bingo cards forever. Anyway, though, in terms of the trophies I actually earned, we're going to start out here with Bugsnax. I played the PS5 version first, which is the superior version. So this is a very easy overall platinum trophy. It's not too time-consuming either, and it's a lot of fun as a game. Definitely one I would recommend playing. It's free on PSN Plus, or whatever tier that I have it's free on. So, to get the Platinum Trophy, you have to complete the main story, which isn't particularly long. It's basically just find all of the Grumpuses, bring them back to Snacksburg is the name of it, and then complete a few more quests after that. You have to catch 100 unique species of Bugsnax. There's 100 total in the base game, plus a few more in the DLC. So just collect the 100 in the base game, and you'll get this trophy. I don't know if the DLC ones count toward this. You have to complete all of the side quests, which is... You want to do this before you finish the main story because it's going to affect a later trophy. The side quests usually revolve around catch a certain species of Bugsnax, sometimes multiple of them, and feed them to the Grumpus to transform certain parts of their body. You have to fully transform every Grumpus, which means feeding each Grumpus about maybe 13 different Bugsnax. Or they don't have to be different, they just have to be 13 like total Bugsnax. It might only be 11, but I can't remember. Because you have to transform every single part of their bodies, and I think it is more like 13. So you may just want to keep track of each Grumpus and each body part and maybe like mark them off on a sticky note or something just so you know which ones you've completed. The legendary Bugsnax, there are 4 of them. There's one on the like mountain peak. There is one in the volcano area. Then there's one in the like really far away desert. And then there's like one more, where's that last one at? I can't remember where the 4th one is. I think it's in like that starting area, the falls. So you have to defeat all 4 of them, which is going to come naturally while doing all of these side quests, as a few of them end with these big legendary Bugsnax boss fights. You have to have all of the Grumpuses survive. Now this trophy is going to unlock automatically if you have completed every side quest before doing it. Otherwise, there is a chance that some of them will not make it, but thankfully... the game will restore your save to right before you start this finale. So if you do miss out on it, just go back and replay the or just finish all of the side quests first and then replay the final missions, and you'll be good to go. For this one, you have to watch all the way through all of Lizbert's video diaries. There's, I think, 6 of them total, because there's 1 through 5 and also 0, but you do have to watch the entirety of them. You have to interview every Grumpus, which is pretty much story-related, pretty tough to miss. Just talk to all of them and go through their interviews. You have to donate the max amount of Bugsnax to Gramble's Ranch, which will increase the amount that you can carry. I can't remember how many you need. It's like 50-ish or so. Nothing too difficult, though. Story-related trophy. This one's pretty much unmissable. You should catch at least this much while beating the story, especially all the side missions. This one is going to be required for at least one of the side missions. This is a rare spawn that only shows up in a few places, and the easiest way to do it, though, is during the final mission when you're in, like, the caves right before you go to the final sort of battle, is that during that segment you will see the Snack Squatch in the big room, so you can take a picture of him before you jump down. Highly recommended to do it there. You have to transform Grumpus with the Scoopy, Banopper, and Cheery, which is 3 different Bugsnax that are all part of the Scoopy Banoopy. So you just break it up and then catch the 3 Bugsnax that it drops. This one, you have to attach the Trip Shot to the Buggy Ball and use it to trip up a Bugsnax. It's actually a rather useful tactic that people probably don't really think about using most of the time. You have to catch all 5 snack pods in a single area. This one's going to come naturally while doing some of the assignments or even some of the side missions. Unmissable trophy there, probably one of the first things you're going to get. This one you have to transform a Grumpus with the Bunger, Frider, and Sody, which can all be found in one of the early areas of the game. This one you have to stun a flying Bugsnax by launching another one at it. That one's fairly easy to do, plenty of places you can do it. Transform Gramble is part of that, one of those previous trophies. You have to solve one of these 2 secrets, which is basically a puzzle that creates a shortcut between the 2 areas. You have to catch 2 Bugsnax at once. Well, technically it can be more than 2 at once. You just have to catch at least 2 at once with the snack trap. There's plenty of places you can do this. You might even get it during the watermelon Bugsnax fight. For this one, you have to sauce a Grumpus with cheese and then take a picture of them. I would recommend doing this one on like the first Grumpus you get the chance to do it with, because once they all go back to Snacksburg, you can't really sauce them anymore. However, you can get Eggbird, I think is her name, up on the mountain. You can still get her. Then Beefica's Diary or Befica's Diary, that's pretty easy to get. It's in the second area of the game. Just go pick it up. This one's unmissable. This one's unmissable. And then this one is just in the first area, walk behind the waterfall. I think this one's unmissable as well. So that's the base game, and then there is a DLC called the Isle of Bugsnax. For this one, you have to complete the story of the Isle of Bugsnax. This island adds in a few new assignments, and it also adds in the hats. The hats are found just randomly throughout the world on certain Bugsnax. Once you collect your first one, a little poster will show up next to where the hats are, and it'll tell you at least the area where the next one is, but it rotates sort of throughout the day. The story for this DLC takes like maybe 3-ish hours or so, and it adds in another 11 Bugsnax for you to catch, but you don't have to catch all of them for any trophies, because, I mean, I'm a little bit surprised they didn't have a trophy for catching all of the new ones. That is a little bit surprising, but it's not there, which I guess is a good thing, because some of them are a little bit tougher to catch in this DLC. And then finally, you have to fully furnish your hut. So for this trophy, you have to complete enough assignments throughout the game that drop off in your mailbox. You have to complete enough of them in order to get enough pieces for your hut to fully furnish it. Now, the assignments you get are going to pop up in a random order on each playthrough. So you might get lucky and get it after about 70 to 75 assignments, or it might take over 100, because there are over 100 in the game. I got mine fairly early, probably at around 80-ish assignments done, so definitely no problems there. Some of the assignments are super easy and just come along the way with doing everything else, but a few of them can be tougher. Like, there's one where I think you have to capture 10 Bugsnax in 90 seconds or something. Stuff like that. There are a few that are a little bit trickier, and you have to transform different characters into certain things. Like, you might have to get every single cheesy Bugsnax and every single chocolate Bugsnax on a certain character. I think there's some of the assignments, so it can take a while if you get bad luck with that, so I guess just keep all that in mind. But overall, very fun game, highly enjoyable, definitely would recommend playing this one. You can get the entire 100% in under 20 hours if you're efficient about it. And it's a fun game, definitely would recommend. It's very much, Pokemon-esque, and that's a good thing. Now, for the PS4 version, this game is unique in that it has a backwards auto-pop. It's one of only a handful of games that does this, where you can do the Platinum on the PS5 version and auto-pop a majority of it on the PS4 version. Not all of it will auto-pop. A few things don't, or you have to do a little bit more. So I want to say that what it'll do is it'll put you right at the point of no return when you can talk to Filbo to do the final few missions. And doing that will auto-pop several of the trophies once you complete it. It'll give you the main story one, the side quests, the fully transformed if you've already done that. It should give you this one as well. The diaries, I think you still have to watch one of them, or that one might auto-pop. This one will auto-pop when you're done. This one will auto-pop when you're done. This one will auto-pop when you're done. For the catching the different species of Bugsnax, you have to catch a single Bugsnax to auto-pop all of those trophies. And I think you do have to catch one legendary Bugsnax to pop this trophy. This one should auto-pop if you've already done it once you finish the story. This one, I think you still have to do this one, so I think you still want to do this while you're going through that final area of the game. This one, I don't think this one auto-popped, but I would have already had the Grumpuses with all that stuff captured, so I didn't have to do too much with it. I don't think that one auto-popped, though. This one did not auto-pop. You do have to redo this one. It was the last trophy I got on both versions. This one I don't think auto-pops. This one will auto-pop once you catch one. This one may have auto-popped, actually, or I may have just had to change one body part or something. This one does not auto-pop. This one does. This one does. This one I don't think auto-pops. This one does not auto-pop. This one does auto-pop. This one does once you collect one. This one will auto-pop, and this one does not. So about half the trophy list does auto-pop once you finish the story. Again, the rest of them you will have to, catch one legendary Bugsnax to satisfy all the catching trophies, and then just a few other little things. And then as for the DLC, the hats and the hut and the extra story, all three of these auto-pops, so that's kind of nice, so you can easily get the DLC done again. So yeah, once again, great game, highly enjoyable, definitely recommend playing it. Next up, the other game I completed was Donuts Injustice. This is the PS4 and PS5 versions, the North American versions, of course. This was actually a pretty fun little Ratalaika game. I would actually recommend this one. It's kind of fun. It's sort of a side-scroller with an auto-scrolling, so it does auto-scroll, but it's side-scrolling, and it's basically a shooter game. So all you do is you use one button to shoot in front of you, one button to shoot behind you, the control stick to move, and you can throw grenades with, I think it was the square button. So that's really all there is to it. You just have to beat all the levels of the game. We can go into it now. So to complete the game, I think it's a total of 10 levels. So there's 4 standard levels, each of which has a boss fight level immediately after, so that's 8 of them. There's a bonus level, and then there's the final level, which also includes the final boss fight in it. So a total of 10 levels to complete, but it's a very short game. It took me I know that this version took me 17 minutes and the PS5 version took me 15 because I actually did die once on the PS4 version. So all of these first 4 trophies, all these first 5 trophies are just for actually finishing all of the levels of the game. As is this one, you'll encounter this after level 2. We'll skip these 2 trophies for the moment. You have to defeat all 5 bosses, which is also story-related. Like I said, you get one after each of the first 4 levels. You don't get one after the bonus stage, and you do get one in the middle of the final stage. So that's all you have to do to get all those trophies. For our last 2 trophies here, the first weapon is basically unmissable. You just have to pick up enough badges to unlock it, and that's basically unmissable. Also, you can play this game on the easiest difficulty, which is what I would highly recommend. I could actually see this game being fairly tricky on a higher difficulty, at least if you aren't playing in co-op, because it looks like the game is designed for co-op play, so there is that. I could see it being a reasonably fun, quick co-op adventure for, $5, or I'm sure I didn't pay the full price for it. I'm sure I bought it on sale. As for the hat, you have to go back out to the main menu, go to the shop, and purchase any one hat. With the money that you have earned throughout your playthrough, you will have more than enough money to buy at least one hat. So yeah, that's really all you have to do. Nothing much else to say about it. Like I said, 15 to 20 minute platinum, actually reasonably fun. Would actually recommend this one, especially if you can get it on sale. So yeah, that is actually it in terms of trophy progress this week. Of course, I was really busy, playing through Fallout 3, and again, really enjoying that. Finished off Bugsnax, and finished that Donuts and Justice game, and then decided on the ending of Uncharted 3. So let's go ahead and sync up our trophies here, but there's still plenty more to talk about, both with the channel and real life, and with gaming, of course. So, level 809, 27%, 24,889 total trophies, 675 platinums, 4,324 golds, 6,609 silvers, 13,281 bronzes. So, plans for the upcoming week and throughout the year, I suppose. So, right now, we only have 4 incomplete games left on the profile that I'm still going to go back and get trophies for. Those, of course, are GTA 5, The Outer Worlds, COD Classic, and Shadow of the Colossus. Most of those being on 2 of those being on PS3. So the current plan is that somewhere in January, I'm going to go back to GTA 5 and start working on whatever's left of it. Not really looking forward to that. I mean, I don't mind the heist stuff. I'm more not looking forward to the Doomsday heist, namely that elite challenge and criminal mastermind, and there's always the chance that I just say F it and can't do it and just decide not to waste any more time or effort on those two. But I know I can get all the other trophies in it without too much trouble. I just need to find like an actual dedicated group that'll play all of them together, and I should be able to knock all that out within probably a week if I really wanted to. Not, of course, not counting those last 2 trophies, because that would take full extra playthroughs of the Doomsday heist, which is very, very time consuming. And then the Division 2, I don't know if that one might get pushed back a little bit, because me and Ghost are talking. Like, I think that he might want to join me for it, and I think maybe one of the other boosting guys might want to join for it. So we might just push that one back a little bit and just see if everyone wants to work on that together, because that would be a more easier, reliable way to do it. So do keep that in mind. That one might get pushed back a bit. February, I think, is when we're going to go back to the Outer Worlds, as well as perhaps start Dead Island Riptide, because that sequel, Dead Island 2, comes out in like April. The Outer Worlds, I did finally buy the DLC for the game, because it was on sale for even less than normal. It was like $18 something, and it's usually never on sale for less than like $20. So I figured it may never get a better sale than that, so I decided, why the heck not, just go ahead and buy it so I can go back and do that whenever I want. And then in March and beyond, COD Classic, Shadow of the Colossus, and other just random old PS3 and maybe a couple of old PS4 games. So yeah, that is the current trophy plans. Of course, when it comes to DLCs, we know that Horizon is getting a DLC in April. But it's actually apparently only going to be for the PS5, which is really, really nice. So only have to play the PS5 version, which is obviously the better version of the game. So that's going to be fun. Don't have to bother with the PS4 and auto-popping or anything like that. Minecraft should be getting another DLC sometime, because it's been about 6 months. It might be a little bit over 6 months since we got our last one. So presumably it will get another DLC soon. Hopefully that Trophy World will still be available for everyone to use. And then, of course, LEGO Star Wars The Skywalker Saga, I still wish would actually get trophy-related DLC. It's the one game I wish would get trophy DLC, because the game was actually fun and the streams were very popular for it. So I would love to see that happen, but I'm just honestly not sure that's going to happen. So as for other, updates and everything, life, trophies, etc., this upcoming year, definitely excited for. 2022 had its ups and downs. There were some positives and some negatives, relationship-wise and work-wise. But overall, I think it was probably overall a better year than 2021, at least for me in particular. So I'm hoping that 2023 will be a better year as well. Hopefully the economy starts to improve a little bit. Maybe the inflation goes down at some point so I can actually afford to do stuff. Yeah, but you never really know with all of that. So otherwise, I definitely am looking forward to several games that are coming out this year. We got Hogwarts Legacy. There's that Dead Space remake, which I'll probably play on an alt account because I assume the Platinum's going to be very difficult. But we've got that in Hogwarts Legacy. We've got the DLC for Horizon. We've got the PSVR 2 coming out this year. And I think that there's probably at least a few other games that I'm just not thinking of. I know that Starfield comes out this year, but of course that's going to be Xbox and PC only, so it's not something I'll be able to play, unfortunately, unless I ever get one of those systems. But we will have to see if that ever becomes something that I want to do. And then, of course, there is also SpongeBob the Cosmic Shake. I almost forgot about that. That literally comes out at the end of January. So, going to be live streaming that. Probably going to be streaming the entirety of the Platinum run for that game, because I assume it's probably going to be fairly similar in difficulty to the previous SpongeBob games. So, it shouldn't be too difficult or too time-consuming. But I am looking forward to that. I think that's going to be a lot of fun. Hopefully brings back the idea of doing more Nickelodeon games. You know, THQ Nordic, you got all those IPs out there. You got like, I don't know, maybe 16 of them that you can make. Why are you not doing it? You're sitting on a gold mine here of nostalgia and all. And then as for other things with the channel, I might be trying to change up the trophy format just a little bit with some of the videos, like, because obviously trophy hunting is sort of taking off in popularity with videos right now, thanks to like Nick AR especially was the one that sort of started a lot of the trends. But just maybe try to follow along a little bit more with that and try to make a little bit better thumbnails sometimes, or change the titles around to make them a little bit more interesting. I definitely want to edit down a video for Fallout 3 once I eventually finish that game. Definitely want to do the same thing whenever I eventually get the chance to go to South Park, The Stick of Truth. But of course, that one's almost certainly going to have to be done as videos only for obvious reasons. Fractured Butthole should be okay to be done as streams. And then, of course, there is Fallout New Vegas I'd like to do at some point. But that game's even more unstable than Fallout 3, so we'll have to see about all that. And you guys can let me know what other games you might be interested in seeing, like a full 100% trophy playthrough of. It has to be games that are, unless it's on PS3, it has to be games that don't have online, because I don't have any alt accounts that have PlayStation Plus, and I'm not going to go buy that just for a series. So you can feel free to let me know other games you'd like to see that done with. And nothing, insanely overly long either. Like, I'm not doing one for something like Red Dead 2. I don't have that kind of time to re-platinum that game again. That was a very long one. Plus, it had online, so wouldn't really be able to anyway. So yeah, you guys can let me know, though, what you'd like to see for all of that in the future. I'm sure that there are other games that I enjoyed that I would love to do a series like that on, but again, we'll just sort of have to see as time goes on what I'm able to do, what I have time to do, because of course in real life I'm still fairly busy with work and all. It's started picking up sort of again, so busy with that, and of course trying to, still have a social life someday and try to find a girlfriend someday, so do want to get around to that being a thing at some point, but we'll have to see, of course. As for streams and stuff in the upcoming weeks, I definitely want to do maybe one more Platinum Dumpster Dive stream, but probably not going to do any more after that, or it might be like a once every 6 months to a year kind of thing, just because don't know if I really want to keep broadcasting all these quick, easy Platinum trophies out there and giving credibility or credit or money to the easy Platinum Trophy developers out there, because Sony still has not gone through with their promise to start removing some of those developers from the store, so we'll have to see if that ever changes. But I do currently have enough games to do one more dumpster dive on, mostly low-quality games in here, but we could probably still manage to do like one more of these at some point, and I think it could be fun, just a way to sort of start out this year, but it might be the last one that we do, so we'll have to see. And as another note, when it comes to content, I don't think I'm going to be doing any more challenge runs. I haven't done one since like early 2022, and they've steadily declined in viewership, and you see a lot fewer YouTube channels out there that aren't making them anymore. So, like, even, I mean, I know that in some cases it's for external reasons, like with Min Squad and all, but most of the channels that do a lot of the challenge runs don't really upload them that much anymore, and they're definitely not as popular as they once were. So, time to jump off that bandwagon and move into more of this trophy hunting stuff, because I feel like the trophy hunting content is really starting to gain some steam right now as a possible next big thing. Same thing, they're doing the same thing with achievements, like Snam is doing the same thing with achievement hunting and all. So I think it's a good chance to move forward with all of that. So that is going to be it for this video, guys. Please like, favorite, share, comment, subscribe, and ring the bell if you haven't already. Sort of already told you my plans for the upcoming week schedule-wise with uploads and streams and stuff. I still got a few more Aruba vlogs to edit and upload. But yeah, probably going to be headed back to GTA 5 sometime soon, maybe within this week. Maybe start on the Division 2 within the next couple months. Same with Dead Island, Riptide, and the Outer Worlds. COD Classic and Shadow of the Colossus are more to be saved, probably for milestones. Neither one's going to be number 700, though. I already decided what I want to do for 700. That one should be fun. That's actually a fairly easy game, but it's a very, very high-quality game. It's also a fairly short game as well, so that should actually be fun. I should be able to knock that one out once I get to like 695, knock that one out in just a few days. So, yeah, so that's going to be it. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Here's cheers with my water right here to 2023, hoping that it's a good year for everyone out there. Hopefully, always going to hope for it to be better than the previous year. So, yeah, I will see you guys later this week for some more content.